Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about seed retention. Seed retention, subconsciously, she wants you to release. When it comes to the point where you meet a woman and you've been on retention for a little bit of time, for a month or two, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, maybe even 5 months. Subconsciously, she wants you to release. If you're worth it to her, subconsciously she wants you to let go. She subconsciously wants you to do this. This is all from subconscious. She will never directly tell you this, but subconsciously she just wants you to let go, and she wants you to come back to normal. She wants you, because the thing is, when you retain, you're becoming very powerful in not just your physical stature, but in your mindset and how much you tolerate, your priorities, who you are, what you pay attention to, who you're becoming. You're just becoming very powerful because you're no longer tolerating anything and anything. You're no longer entertaining any single person. You're no longer in scarcity mindsets. You're no longer in a scarcity mindset. You start realizing that you have abundance, you have options, regardless of how you even look like. You're gonna have more options on seed retention, regardless of how you look like, how you present yourself. Now, if you present yourself in a very nice manner and you're on seed retention and you have charisma and game and things like that, you're in the top 1% when it comes to male status, when it comes to who you have as options. But you're definitely going to give yourself a lot more options when you decide to retain. So, and the reason why I said this is because the reason why I say you're becoming more powerful is just because, like I said, you're just tolerating 10 times. You're not tolerating as much. The moment someone asks you a question that is just not well thought of, that it seems like they just said it without thinking about it first, you don't even have the energy to entertain it at this point. You really don't even have the energy to entertain some sort of questions at this point. If they're lower vibrational thoughts, lower vibrational um statements, lower vibrational answers, lower vibrational anything, you just don't have the energy anymore to entertain it because you're not in vibrational harmony with what they're saying. You might start to realize that the people that you used to hang out with when you weren't on retention, there's no correlation between you and them anymore. There's no correlation between you and them anymore. So it's just harder for you guys to vibe with each other. You start looking out for the people who are on the same vibrational frequency as you. And what are these like big words? What does this really mean? It just means that since everything is energy, we're all just energy vibrating at different frequencies. We have people who are vibrating on a lower frequency, which means people who are more negative, more fear stricken, take less action, probably not as they're just more fear stricken. They're not as happy as they really can be. They're farther away from their true self. And then we have people who are on a higher vibration, and people who are on a higher vibration are usually more likely to be retainers because they have more dopamine in their bodies. They have more reasons to be happy, and they probably meditate as well too. So they're on a higher vibration, meaning whatever tends to happen to them, regardless of whatever is happening to them, the way they react to certain things is a little bit different than the next person. Like the person who's always every time something goes wrong and they have this very negative attitude and they're just very overcritical, they're just always angry, they always think it's like the end of the world, they're lowering their vibration. But the people who are on the higher vibration, regardless of what is happening around them, they still have a very positive attitude because they actually think that something better can come from this. They always look at the brighter side of the picture. They're just more positive people. And the thing is, you just start becoming more like this person when you decide to retain, because you're finally becoming more masculine. You're becoming more a man. So you don't have really time to complain. Your mindset is you either get better or you don't complain. You either get better or you shut up. You put up or you shut up. This is the mindset of the top 1% alphas. You either put up, you either walk the walk and you talk the talk, or you just talk but you never really take the action. So subconsciously she's looking out for the person who has these traits, and subconsciously she wants that person to release. She wants that person to release because it might hurt her ego. She might think that you might be too good for her, so she has to kind of lower you down. And I mean, it really kind of depends if you want to fall for it or if you want to fall for it or not. It really depends how strong and how much you really think this is actually helping you, because people just think this might be a joke. These people might think that, oh, they're just doing it just to do it. There's no way they can get real benefits. They laugh when someone says they're on it. And I mean, you can really just try it for yourself to see how your life changes. People don't even give this seed retention a chance, and they always automatically think that it's stupid and it's the worst thing in the world. But you look at the results and they're not getting any better results. So subconsciously she wants you to release. One, because it's human. One, because it's human nature. And two, but the thing is, you just have to be strong. You just have to be strong because there are going to be orbiters all around you. The longer you go, the riper your fruit is. The more vulnerable you can get. The more vulnerable you can get. So I mean, like I said, you have to be strong. And the reason why we talk about seed retention so much is so we can build things for us, because men like to build. Once we start building something for us, and it takes little bit of time, we're just going to be a lot happier with the end result. We're going to be happier with our results, because maybe an example is maybe you're trying to build, let's say, an asset, something you're trying to build something like an asset. If you're on seed retention and then you're building an asset, in the long term of the trajectory of your life, it's just going to be a better lived life, because you own something that can generate you income regardless of whether you're present or not. This is passive income. This is what Robert Kiyosaki says in his book. And like I said, if we're using this energy to build an asset, in the long term of life, we're gonna be a lot happier, because we don't have to be fully present to earn an income. This is what a lot of people who are on seed retention start to do. They start thinking a lot more creatively. They have to start thinking creatively. Their thinking becomes one with the Most High. His thoughts are aligned with your thoughts. Your higher self is finally in physical reality. It's in this thing with you. So your thoughts are no longer lower vibrational. They're always optimistic. They're always creative. They're always creating something. You're always thinking. You need more time to think. Seed retention plus meditation is literally one of the cheat codes to a better life, because unlike the average person who gets maybe angry, discouraged, and helpless at times of adversity, regardless of what you're going through, you still have a mental positive attitude that the better things are coming for you. You start realizing that this life, you stop taking life too seriously. You don't take anything to heart. You think everything is out for your greatest good. You literally think every single thing that happens to you is for your greatest good. This is what you start thinking about, the things that start coming into your life. Everything that starts entering your life, you start realizing is there for a reason. So you never take things to heart. You never take things too hard, because you realize that all of this is just an energy game. All of this is energy. All of this is a byproduct of the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that you're broadcasting out. So you're literally floating in this reality where everyone literally seems they're struggling because their mindset isn't as developed as yours. They don't have that higher vibrational mindset. And like I said, once you start developing this higher vibrational mindset, You can really only be around people who share similar characteristics, because you can't really be around someone who is living at a lower living on a lower consciousness scale. Someone who is always whose set default mood is either shame or guilt or scarcity or things or apathy or some things like that. You can only be around people who share similar mindsets with you, who have high vibrational mindsets, who are always looking at the bigger picture, who are always looking at the best positive, the better scenarios, who are always talking about just the good all life has to offer instead of living in their misery. This is who you start associating with. There is a law of association. You are the sum total of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. So, and you start being more cautious of the people you start hanging out with, because they can suck your energy. This is how it is. So subconsciously, she wants the highest value male to release, because this is the better thing. She wants the highest value male to release. So you just have to be very aware of things that may be happening. At times you can't fall into this quote unquote trap. It could be a trap or it could be something good for you. It really depends how you take it. But she subconsciously wants the highest value male, who is probably retaining for the longest amount of time, to release. So I mean, the choice is really up to you. The choice is up to you. Hope you found value in that. Also, like I said before, I am doing video consultations to anybody who has questions about anything, about retention, lifestyle, anything, dating, anything like that. Any sort of questions. I am gonna be opening those up very, very soon. Yep. So like the video, comment, and please leave a comment. Give me your thoughts.